Come on in. We've come together as a community to issue our concerns about what is happening here in our community, and this has been the most violent area in our city. And I dispatched my police officers and my police director immediately to come up with a plan, and we did. And our aim is to strike back at crime, to strike back at a critical time where spring is coming, where summer is coming, and we want to have a safe neighborhood. And so what our police have committed to do was to forego vacation time, forego days off, rearrange their schedule, and make sure that we have a solid and complete presence in this area. It is critical. It is necessary. We just had one of our officers some years ago on this very date who was gunned down, and they just have her memorial down by Freeway Drive. And so this is a critical time to say we're not taking anymore as a community, that we're putting our resources behind it. We're making this a priority. I'm glad that Prosecutor Carolyn Murray has come out from Essex County Prosecutor's Office, has always been supportive, and has always given us the resources necessary. We're looking to her for continued support. The head of investigators at Essex County is also here. Sheriff Fontura is here. And one of the things that I ran on as a politician, that what we can do together, we should do. And Sheriff Fontura has been working with us in terms of border patrols with the park. We'll continue to do those kinds of patrols. We just need every hand in. Now, part of what S.T.R.I.K.E does is there are numbers that you can call as a citizen. You call in, they won't identify you, they don't know who you are, and they'll get acted upon very quickly. The other part of S.T.R.I.K.E is when you call in and you don't have a response, there's a secondary measure that we look over to make sure that we get the kind of response that we need. Now, I've heard the community's concern. Police officers are not aggressive. Police officers are too friendly. It is a new day. Aggressive law enforcement will take place. Aggressive prosecutions will take place. We will not settle for second less because we deserve better in Orange. Where people belong in programs are diverted to programs. Reverend clergy are here. Reverend's been working with us for a long time. We'll put them in the programs necessary. But for those who violate the law, those who terrorize our community, we won't have it. It's over here in the city of Orange. We're putting our foot down right now for aggressive law enforcement. So I want to make the announcement publicly. I want you to go back to your homes, go back to wherever you go and say Orange is not playing any longer. I personally, with the police director and my staff, will be out in the community on a regular basis to try to find out where we are to make sure our community is safe. This is one area. This is a priority area. But this kind of policing will go all throughout the city of Orange. Now, some of you may raise a question. My nephew, my son, my cousin was driving. He didn't have his license. He didn't do this. There will be no compromises. There will be no excuses. If they're wrong, you foul up under the law will fine you. We will not play with this initiative because it's very serious. It means public safety. And I just want to take notice of the children that are here. As the summer comes on, as spring sets in, our children have safe places to play. This will be a family town. That's what we're fighting for every day. In terms of presence at the school and presence in the community, our police are going to take a different direction. That is my challenge. That is my mission, actually. I raised my family here. And so this is very important to all of us. I'd just like the prosecutor to come up with just a few words to indicate how important this initiative is and the county's role in all of this. Prosecutor Carolyn Murray.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate being here today. Chief Ambrose and I are committed to aggressively prosecuting criminal indictable cases that come out of this and every other area. I'm very comfortable saying that because I'm very comfortable with the fact that the Orange Police Department is not going to just do strenuous law enforcement, but they're going to do it right. And they're going to do it legally, and they're going to do it correctly. And they have our full support today and throughout the upcoming months when the change in weather may bring out more issues. So again, Mayor, congratulations on this initiative.
If I could have Sheriff Fontura has been a long-time supporter of ours and a partner in our law enforcement effort.
Thank you, Mayor. These are very challenging times, as we all know, for all of us in the public safety sector in particular. The resources shrinking, but we will work well with our partners here in Orange, always have, and we'll continue to do that. As the Mayor indicated, with our patrols and our deputy division, and of course our Bureau of Narcotics is very active up in Orange. We'll continue to direct some of those resources to try to take some of the pressure off and try to work in partnership along with the prosecutor's office, the prosecutor's task forces, and hopefully we'll, with the community's help, which is the biggest part of this. The biggest part of this is the community's help. Folks out here know what's going on. They need to step forward and the right thing and take care of business, and we'll work with you and make sure this is as safe as we can possibly make it.
Thank you, Brother Sheriff. As police directors, Akeem, just go up. I want you to just, in some fine detailed points, just explain to the community what our efforts are going to be, where our focus is going to be, and how we're going to be more aggressive in terms of law enforcement.
Thank you, Mayor. Acting Prosecutor Murray, Chief Ambrose, Sheriff Ontario, thank you for coming. The strike plan is, as everyone has heard, we've gone out to your homes and spoke to you. It's an effort to address the crime in not only this area but other areas that have been of great concern to us. The violence, the guns, the drug dealing, all of these problems, these ails in our community will be addressed. And as the acting prosecutor said, we're doing these things professionally and legally. That is first. Our citizens mean a great deal to us, and we will not do anything to violate any of their rights. However, if you are a criminal, we will address you still legally. These active prosecutions that are going, we will ensure that they are fair and they are just. Our strike plan is, as the mayor described, time for us to come out. Even though we work days, there are some officers that come out in the evenings. There are some officers that are off on weekends. They will come out in the evening, on the weekends, in the evenings during the week. And that is so we have an added presence in this area and others. That's just an effort because we all know that time constraints and finances are strained. So we have to change our ways until we can get more people. So this is going to go on for quite some time throughout the summer. I have other agencies that are going to help us. There's state agencies, county agencies, and federal who are going to assist us in keeping Orange safe, not only for our residents, but for those that come through Orange. This will be a city for everyone to want to come to and live in. And this is a part of our efforts to achieve that. Thank you.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. I'll address any questions that you may have. I want to thank the prosecutor for coming out, Chief of Investigators, the Sheriff. I know you guys have rounds to get back to another town, but I appreciate you taking the time out to come and pay some attention to Orange. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Already we have one more car. I have to sit and wait until they finish it. Watch it.
That's an area we want to address specifically.
So if you're going to concentrate here, they're going to just move more.
No. This is only the start. Understand very clearly, this is not somewhere we come and we sit. This is a start, and we're going to pull them out throughout the entire city. We know how drug dealing happens. If you push from one area, it'll go to the other area. We have already targeted where it's going to be, and hopefully we get there before they do. Now, we're going to be so aggressive that they're probably going to start to go east or west on 280. They won't be in Orange. There'll be another community's effort that they have to put forward. But we will root them out of the city of Orange. That is our effort. Any other questions, concerns? Yes.
When are you going to start this demolition?
We have, on April 16th, we're putting forward before the City Council an ordinance for these two properties and other ones throughout the city, not only to demolish them, but to have the owners pay for the demolition, and we're going to try to get them back on a tax roll through a property auction. We found that abandoned properties, first of all, they cause deadly fires, as we've seen earlier, and they're just a haven for drug dealing and other types of crime. We know that this is a law enforcement effort also to get these kind of abandoned buildings down, back on the tax roll with redevelopment. So thank you for your question. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Is there going to be something concerning the street? Is there going to be a blockade? Or what was that? There was some
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. We will seek to reconfigure the streets. I've already had the legal department to draft up ordinances to require that streets go on a one-way basis. I think these streets will come one way from that way and will come out that way. And it's going to be alternate going up and down. We think that's a better traffic control and safety device that we can use as well.
And when did that start?
We have the ordinance going to be on for the 16th. So it'll start. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There are some other surveillance devices that are out there that we have not mentioned, but will go into place. Yes.
I almost got shot in my house. almost. After that, they shoot the next house, tap in the window. After that, police found 4 bullets.
Well,
I lay down in the dining room like this.
it's those kind of efforts and those kinds of problems that really caused us to get here immediately. And that's the kind of thing that we're going to stop. And then technology also that we did not announce is going to address some of the shootings and where the shootings come from. We'll be able to hear those. But help is on the way in that regard, and that's why we started here. Thank you.
I just have a comment. This block here has so many children on it. And you're really being held hostage. They can't come outside and play. Or sit in porch, stand there, somebody's going to come by. And hit them when they're on the third.
Yeah, general safety is one of the reasons why we think the one-way streets may be better for our children as well. But also the police presence. Not just the police walking through, but the police getting involved in the community and knowing who we are in the community. And separating the good guys from the bad guys. That has to be our mission.
I have a question.
Yes.
I live on Chapman Street. We have 2 abandoned houses, 205 and 175.
Yes.
And when I call about boarding it up, they always say the
Raymond.
owners have to do it. But is there any way that you can board them up because we just had the fires?
I have my public works come just for that kind of reason. I want you to give it. You know?
You graduated.
I want to thank everyone for coming out. Please, if you don't know our number, please know it. It's on this flyer. Call it. Our police respond. If they don't, I'm on it because ultimately I'm accountable and responsible and make sure we get the appropriate response that we get. Thank you all for coming out, and I'll be out in the next couple of weeks walking our neighborhoods. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is William Hathaway with Channel Orange, Channel 35. We're on the corner of Taylor and Hickory Street in the city of Orange. We just got done hearing Mayor Wayne D. Warren's press conference in reference to a program that the Orange Police Director, Hakeem Sims, would explain to viewers. It's called S.T.R.I.K.E. Can you explain to the viewers of Channel 35 of actually what is happening on this corner today, and what is your position in the police department as police director?
Well, police director, we created a plan called S.T.R.I.K.E. Secure, Track, Remove Inner Orange Violence, Keeping Orange Safe. This plan is a comprehensive plan throughout the city where we are taking police officers that work during the daytime and some that work in the evening and bringing everyone to the streets in the evening. Those that work daytime sometimes work on the weekends where they would not normally work. So we've changed some of their days off and the times that they work. This plan is addressing high crime areas. High crime areas need to be addressed because we've had a great deal of violent crime in these specific areas. There are 3 areas to speak of right now, but it's going to radiate throughout the city so we can address these problems effectively. Another part of the S.T.R.I.K.E. plan is we employed our friendships with the county police, the sheriff's department, the county prosecutor's office. I have made some contacts with the federal government and agencies with the federal government that are going to assist us with this. It's an effort to secure this area and other areas so that our residents feel safe.
So basically, this program is basically throughout the whole entire city, not just a particular ward or...
No particular ward. We have specific areas that we are addressing, and those areas where there have been violent crimes. Unfortunately, we've had some loss of life, but we want to make sure those areas don't continue to flourish in that manner. We want to stomp it out right now, and we want to make it very uncomfortable for anyone that involves themselves in criminal behavior. Make it uncomfortable for them to be here.
Basically, the mayor just indicated to the residents of the neighborhood, you guys are not going to tolerate what we've been tolerating,
There's zero tolerance of effect. And as we mentioned during the press conference, this is also legal. Everything that we're doing is legal. It's professional. We're not breaking any laws. We're not violating any rights. The residents, I'm a resident, I've been a resident, and now I want to ensure that people feel safe.
Now, you got groups out there like Not Orange, you have churches out there, members of the church, seniors and everything. How would an individual group get involved if they want to get more than one city.
Well, we have a community service division where any group can contact our community service and get involved. That's where our block watch groups come in. That's where our events are organized. We want them to contact the police department and get involved. The police department can only do a portion of what's needed. We need the community to get involved.
Thank you for your help. I hope everything works out. All right, thank you.